Okay, yesterday we have been discussed about this vertebrates. So paleontology we have discussed a lot about the fossils and all, and also now we have just started about the vertebrates and various classes and what are the major features and what are the examples. So in the classes of vertebrate means which are having a backbone. So which is having a backbone, those are being called as vertebrate. So in that one we have the different classes. That means what are the different classes in the vertebrates? That is species, amphibia, aves, reptilia and mammalia. So so that one we have discussed all this. What are the features in that one? And after that we will be studying. Now I am going to discuss about the some of the more elaborately about this. What are the different classes what we have been studying here. So the first thing about the class of this vertebrates is about the species. Species means fishes. So in the fishes we have the different type of classes in the species. We can say it as a subclass also. So the different classes, what are the classes of those things? Jawless fish. Next, fish with cartilage, and bony fish with lobes fin, and also the bony fish with ray fin. So these bony fishes with lobe fins, we call it as sacropetrizi. And also the bony fishes with ray fins, we call it as ecternimis gin. So just we will be discussing about the just the features of this. What are the features of this jawless fish? So the jawless fish means that means the name itself, it is the class itself, it is named as jawless fish. Automatically these fishes they don't have the jaws. So and it is tough to eat and even harder to survive in a long run. So these are short-lived species. These jawless fishes, they are short-lived. They are very hard to eat, and also they have been their lifespan is also less. And another feature it is so the examples here we can say that lampreys. So if you have seen this Discovery channels, how many of you watching this Discovery channels? Only few, good. But all of you just watch this Discovery channel sometimes and you feel bored. So you can see some of this, there will be about the earth features, earth landforms and different animals, different types of animals, how they will be living. Like this, they will be giving about the some of the, that is what we say, they will be telling in the shows. So sometimes watch the Geography channel, Discovery channels. So you'll be getting things. Lamprey means this jawless fishes. Lamprey means small fishes. You can see in this canals and all. There will be small fishes will be there. So that is an example of the jawless fish of lamprey. And another thing is a fish with the cartilage class. The fish with the cartilage class, if you see, it is they are having a paired fins and nostrils. And one more feature here it is there are two chambered hearts. These classes will have a two chambered hearts. And another feature, this skeletons made of cartilage rather than bone. So in the class, the fish with cartilage means the skeleton is made up of this cartilage rather than the bone. The examples you will see, the sharks. Sharks are example of this fish with cartilage, and skates and rays. These are some of the examples. And another class is the species is about the bony fishes with lobe fins. So these bony fishes were able to complete with the most of the fish. And one more, that means here some of the examples here is about these one more feature in this one is they are joined by a single bone. These fishes, they are joined by a single bone, and the examples here for this bony fish with lobe fins is this coelacanthus and lungfish. Coelacanthus. So some of these words, they are the scientific words technically, so some of them will be, the first time you will be hearing, so it will be a bit difficult. When you are studying this, it will be on practical, it will be like a vocabulary words. So like this, the cielo santos is one of the example of the bony fish with lobe fins. And another, the final class in this one is the bony fish with ray fins. So this feature of this bony fish with ray fin is skeletons primarily composed of bone tissues and have the different types of scales. So some of the examples of this class is the goldfish, tuna and trout are some of the examples of this one. And coming to the next class of the class amphibia. So in the class amphibia means all know, that means the life that can be both in the water and land. So that means they can live on the land or water. So when you heard of this amphibia, automatically you can you'll be getting an idea of the frog only. So all of you are, that means the frog, it lives on the land and it lives in the water. So the amphibia, the class amphibia, the first amphibians arose about 310 million years ago. The first class of amphibians, they have been arose about 310 million years ago. And a characteristic of the group is the metamorphosis from the, it is a metamorphosis of the aquatic larval stages into terrestrial stages. What it means? That means the aquatic larval stages to terrestrial stages through the release of the hormone thyroxine from the pituitary gland. So here what is the development here in this one is, yes, larvas are from aquatic life and then they have been converted into terrestrial life. So by the release of this hormones, thyroxine, that is the that too from the pituitary glands. So this is the important feature of this class amphibia. And coming to the next class, so here you that means in the amphibian examples, what are the amphibian examples? Frogs, crocodiles. Yeah, like this you can write an n number of examples about that means you know all these things. What are the animals living on this land and what are the animals living on the earth. So you can quote the examples whichever you are familiar with. So the another class is about the yes, it is the reptilia. That means the class of reptiles. So if you see the class of reptilia, the golden age of the reptiles were in the time of the dinosaurs. You have been all seen that Spielberg's dinosaurs at Jurassic Park. That is, they have been that egg and they made it develop into the dinosaurs and all of you have seen, I think so. So that is also a part of paleontology. That means from the fossils, the egg was preserved, egg was being taken out and that has been incubated and the small dinosaurs has been and that into the n number they have been made it into a Jurassic Park. That is also related to science subject. So likewise here, this golden age of these reptiles was in the time of dinosaurs. So they were dominant terrestrial vertebrates. So from around the start of the Jurassic era, that means 200 million years ago, to the start of from the start of Cretaceous, that means Cretaceous means it is 65 million years ago. So they are best known charismatic and they are the best known charismatic and feared of all animals, and they have a long and significant